Hello. What is up, guys? What is up? Um, that was my quirky, retarded way of doing the intro because I'm 5 episodes in and I have no idea how to do a fucking intro. That was a little weird. I'm gonna breeze past that though. Um, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Doe Show. I'm your host, Matty Doe. Episode number 5. Second solo episode. Yeah, so what's going on with me? It's 11:01 on a Sunday night. And got my Black and Mild here. I mean, at this point, like, how could I film an episode without smoking a Black and Mild? So yeah, so Sunday night, I'm just chilling. I just wanted to film an episode. I don't know. I was just so fucking so today I was a little hungover, and me, my sister and brother-in-law had like a little kickback at our house. It was pretty fun. We just played like card games, like Uno, fucking Pictionary or some shit like that. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, beer pong, Uno, Pictionary. It was chill, it was fun. Drank a decent amount. Nothing crazy, but yeah, alcohol always fucks my sleep so bad. I don't know what it is about alcohol, but it just fucks my sleep so bad. It's actually a huge reason why I've been trying not to drink so much lately. Just haven't been feeling it because I've had a lot of sleep issues and I've had a lot of sleep issues just to begin with, and so I just don't want to be drinking, and I mean, my health's already pretty shit. I'm already fucking fat, like out of shape, like don't have the best health, so just drinking, which is obviously on its own not good for you, and then fucking lack of sleep. This episode was bound to be shit from the start, but yeah, so I only got 4 hours of sleep last night, and then today was just like a super shitty, groggy ass day. What did I do today? Yeah, so I only slept for like 4 hours, and after trying to get back to sleep, after 3 hours of trying, okay, so you're in bed for 3 hours after waking up. You spend the first 30-40 minutes trying to get back to sleep. Then you get pissed off and like something comes into your head that you want to look up on your phone. And then you start scrolling through TikTok, like YouTube, and you check the results of like games that just happened. And then your eyes start to adjust to the brightness, and then at that point it's too late. You're not going back to sleep. You'd have to physically have someone come into the room and knock you out cold. That's the only way you're going back to sleep. So yeah, then I was on the phone for like a couple hours. Yeah, 2 hours. And then around 1:30, I was like, man, fuck this. I'm just going to get up. Power through the day. Yeah, and what did I do? I've been crushing fucking pumpkin spiced ice lattes lately. Been fucking crushing them. Yeah, fucking with my job I have a lot of free time because I'm a driver. I'm a driver for a tech company, and a lot of times I have to drive computer engineers around different routes so they can do mobile networks. But a lot of times they're just doing stationary tests where I just drive them to a certain spot and they'll stay there for sometimes the entire day, like 8 whole hours. And then I'm able to just walk around, kind of go wherever, do wherever. Obviously, I can't go crazy far. But then I just have to stay in contact with them. Whenever they call or text me to come back, I have to go back. I feel really fucking bad for the engineers because they're the ones actually working. And imagine having to sit in the back seat of a fucking van for fucking 8 hours just on your little laptop. Fucking 8 hours just trapped in the back of a van. Yeah, I couldn't do that. But luckily for me, I'm able to walk around. So basically, I've been, so for the first couple months, I would literally just go home. I would just drive home and just, like, play video games and just sleep and watch Netflix. But then after a while, I was like, you know what? I have all this free time, and I used to have jobs, like security jobs in the past, where I had all this free time as well, and I would just piss it away. Like, I have so much free time, like paid free time. Like, I'm getting paid. And fucking, like, and I could have been using it to, like, learn a new skill, fucking, just try and be productive, just do something. Even just create content like this. Like, I've had jobs where I literally could have filmed podcasts like this on the fucking job site. I've had some of the fucking chillest fucking jobs. You know what? That might be a hot topic for today. That might be something that I'll get into. Obviously, a lot of this is kind of just whatever comes to my mind. Because this is only episode 2, you know? Like, I'm new to podcasting in general, but solo episodes is fucking... It's a whole new game, you know? I mean, anyone that's watching this right now, think of... Oh, my buddy's calling. You guys will be able to talk to my buddy. Yo, what's up?
Hey, yo, I didn't even realize I answered your phone. I was like midway through conversation, then I hear a yo or something. I'm like, what the fuck?
Who are you?
What's going on, man?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, Anna.
Okay, nice. Yo, guess what?
What?
You are currently live on a solo episode right now.
I am live. What up, people?
What's good? I mean, you're pretty much saying hey to yourself because you're the only one who watches these podcasts back.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. What up, Jacob? What's going on, brother?
Hey, I'm gonna let you talk to Jacob real quick, and I'll just sort of.
Man, hope everyone's doing good tonight, bro. Thanks for listening to Matty Doe, man. This is Matty Doe right here, dude. This is the man, the myth, the legend, dude.
Yes, sir. Last solo episode got 6 views, so we'd be lucky to get 3 or 4 views on the next one. So to anyone that does watch the next one, this is my best pal, and he's actually coming into town in a few weeks, so we're gonna film an episode together. It's gonna be a good one. I'm actually excited for that.
I'm very excited for that. It's going to be a lot of stories. I feel like most of our stories will be put in world's view for everyone to see, and I think people will have a kick out of it, honestly.
Oh, fuck yeah. And it's just another video for us to film and look back on, because our old soccer videos are so epic. Dude, what's wrong with your car?
Sorry, man. I think the seatbelt thing's going on. But, well, hey, guys, I do got to go. I just got to... something I gotta do, so I will call you in a little bit, man. Okay,
yo, so I'm filming this and I'm going to bed, but yo, I actually called because so can you, like, do you think if you can tonight before you get off, can you talk to your manager and secure the dates, like, for time off when you come to Seattle, and then text me, because tomorrow I'm gonna talk to my boss about, like, dates, those same dates that we can both get off, so we can have them together when you're here.
Okay, I will do that, brother. All right, the podcast people, I will talk to you guys later. Man, I'll talk to you soon, brother.
All right, man. See ya.
Hey, see you guys.
Yeah, that was my good buddy. His name's Jacob. I mean, obviously, excuse me, dead air. Some more dead air coming up. I need some fucking Ishka. Ishka is Gaelic for water. I'm also... Gaelic is the national language of Ireland. It's a dead language. No one actually speaks it. Like, obviously, they speak English. But it used to be their language, and it just fucking died. I think they realized, like, I think after they created the language, like a couple hundred years after creating it, they were like, this language is, like, really fucking dumb. Why don't we just speak English? And they're like, all right, let's just do that. And, so yeah, I mean, my parents are from Ireland, so they learned it in school growing up. So, I mean, it's similar to, like, us. I mean, us. Me specifically, fucking taking Spanish in high school, where you don't know the language, but you just know, like, a good few words. So, fucking Ishka is Gaelic for water. Shnachta is Gaelic for snow. Colleen is girl. Banya is milk. Cunis and Ish is quiet now. Poga Mahone is like kiss my ass. That's pretty much it. I think Buhol is boy, but that's pretty much all I know. Those are just kind of phrases and words that my dad would tell me growing up. So, August. August means and. My dad is such a fucking... My dad loves a good dad joke. He fucking... He'll just say, like... You know how someone, like, says something? It, like... You think someone's gonna say a bunch of stuff, and they just say one thing, and you're expecting more, so you're like, and? My dad will do that, but it'll just be like, August. It's fucking... Yeah, it's really fucking stupid, but... Yep. Speaking of Ireland... I'm repping my, what does that say? The legendary Silky Irish Whiskey. I got this at a distillery? Yeah, distillery in, where is it, Ardra? I think it was Ardra, yeah, which is in County Donegal. That was cool. We fucking went there. We tasted gin, whiskey, bought a fucking sweatshirt. Then we fucked off to the bar and had some fish and chips, a couple Guinness, and then we went home and yeah. Where was I even going with that before? I was kind of talking about a bunch of random different things. What did I want to get into? Oh, I guess I'll just spark up in the meantime. Yeah, this has to be my last Black and Mild. At least until Wednesday. It's Sunday. So, Wednesday, it's actually my friend's birthday. So, me, him, and a bunch of other of our friends, like a bunch of guys, are going out. We're going to the Matador. I just have to always eat a fucking, like, a full course meal before these podcasts. So I'm just burping up like a fucking, like a newborn baby who, like, just constantly burping. Fucking, alright, Jacob texted me. It's probably the dates or something else. I don't know. Let me just check it. Fuck it. I just replied to his text. He just said, sorry, brother, for the short phone call. We gotta do that when I'm more prepared next time. Yeah, no worries, my man. All good. Just get me those dates. For when you're coming to Seattle. Alright. Turn my fucking ringer off. Can't have him interrupting this very compelling and engaging podcast. This is fucking, yeah, sorry guys. I'm not going to keep saying sorry over and over again because it's obviously annoying when people do that, but just for the last time, forgive me for I have sinned. No, I'm new to podcasting. This is my second ever solo episode. Very low energy, tired, but I just told myself I was gonna do it today because I did fucking I ate pizza, fucking tugged the water hose all day, and watch Better Call Saul. That's literally it. It's the other, like, those three things, like, consecutively. Like, eat, tug the hose, fucking eat. Oh, okay, I'll tell you what I did today. So, well, it was those things, but it was a couple things. There's a couple other things. So yeah, I went out. Oh, I was talking about my job. Yeah, this podcast is fucking all over the place, but whatever. Who gives a fuck? If you can't tell, I have ADD. I need to start doing Adderall again. I'll get into that. Let me light up first. Jesus Christ. So basically, what I did today, I woke up. Oh yeah, my job. So basically, just with the free time I do have, smoking's also not a good idea for solo episodes because it's literally just me. So there's just so much dead air because I'm just constantly having to hit it. Oh well, you fuckheads were gonna have to put up with it. If you're one of the unfortunate few that watches this to this point, then you're just gonna have to fucking deal with it. I mean, clearly there's nothing else better to watch on Netflix if you're watching this shite. Fuck. This episode's so bad, but I gotta do it. So yeah, I've just been trying to be really productive in my job because I have a handful of things I'm trying to do. I have a full-time job, 9 to 5. I have a side job where I flip couches. Try to do that for like 1 to 2 hours every day after work. And then I'm trying to do other shit too. Like I have a furniture business, like another furniture business that I'm trying to start. My uncle was in town a couple months ago for my sister's wedding, and he told me that he started a furniture business. It's pretty much just e-commerce drop shipping for furniture. So basically, he lives in Ireland, so he has it over in Ireland. So yeah, basically he's just, well, actually we were talking about it and he was helping me do it, but he literally just stopped replying to me. I was making progress, and I messaged him because he kept being like, "Give me an update. Come on, like you got to get this going. Give me an update." So a day or two later, I fucking sent him a big message, told him what I did, and asked him for an update. Kind of asked like, "Hey, just want to talk with you. Am I heading in the right direction?" And he just read my messages and just didn't reply. So, and I'm not gonna send him a follow-up message. He clearly saw that. So it's like, whatever. I'm just gonna do it on my own. So I'm still trying to do it on my own. I've obviously slowed down a bit because of that road bump. But yeah, I'm trying to do that. I'm also trying to learn e-commerce in general, which is something I've been trying to do for fucking ages. Fucking ages. But I've just been such a lazy prick, man. It just seems like, I talked about this in my last solo episode, but it just seems like such a big mountain to climb. It just seems like it takes so much trial and error, which is actually similar to this YouTube shit, like this social media content shit. Like, it takes fucking so much trial and error, so much failure, so many years. Fucking, like, if you're lucky, years. I mean, like, yeah, some people can blow up like really fucking fast. And I'm not saying I can't, but it's just best to assume it's gonna take some time. So yeah, but e-commerce is because with this YouTube shit, like, I'm able to like do this. Like, okay, I clearly enjoy doing this. Fucking, like, like, this isn't like a chore. I actually like doing it. Yeah, it feels a little fucking awkward because my car is fucking, the engine light is running dangerously low in terms of my body and my energy. But yeah, I gotta stop getting fucking sidetracked. These solo episodes, like, I gotta start doing Adderall if I'm gonna keep doing these solo episodes, because I cannot stick to a topic to save my fucking life. Like, it's almost like this podcast is like a bowling lane. And so the start of the podcast is at the start of the lane, end of the podcast is where the pins are. So I'm throwing the ball, and the conversation is the ball. And then the guardrails up are the other person on the podcast, like, keeping me on topic and guiding me. Because without that other person, those guardrails, I'm just fucking off into the gutter. Because I can't fucking stay on track to save my fucking life. This is such a bad episode. I feel like there's the odd, like, neurodivergent fuck that, like, finds some sort of weird aspect about me relatable. So they, like, find this weirdly entertaining, but still a large majority of society and people that may or may not click on this video for even 34 seconds, something like some short amount of time, they probably think, what in the fuck is this? Like, genuinely, what in the fuck? I mean, dude, the start of the video was me just fucking blowing a fucking screwdriver, like a power drill, into the fucking mic. Man. My mind just went blank for a sec. Let me get back to what I was doing. It's gonna be hard, but let me try to fucking stay on topic. Let me light this back up. It's something I do a lot too. I'll light it up and then I'll talk for too long or get distracted, and then I'll have to relight this like 1,000 times. So I got like a very little amount of sleep because I drank the night before, just couldn't get back to sleep. So I went to Starbucks because like I said, I've been going to Starbucks a lot because it's just, everyone just goes there to just grab a quick coffee and then post up with their like, obviously free Wi-Fi, post up there with their laptop, just get some work done. It's just it's a really chill vibe. Like going to fucking Starbucks, just finding a table, busting out your laptop, putting your headphones, grabbing some coffee, some food too. It's very nice. I've been enjoying it. So because of that, I've been enjoying Starbucks lately. And then obviously because I was tired, I went to go get a venti pumpkin spiced iced coffee. So, yeah, that's been my fucking elixir as of late. So I got that, and I got the fucking sourdough grilled cheese. Oh my god. They have a lot of good food items, but that's fucking sourdough grilled cheese is just... It is fucking so good. But you can tell, like... You can feel it actively clogging your arteries as you fucking wolf it down, but it's just so good. You literally don't give a fuck. It's like heroin. It's like heroin. It's like one of the most devastating, addicting drugs ever. And once you do it even once, your life will never be the same. And you've taken the first step on the journey of a very dark path, but it feels so good. You literally don't give a fuck, even though you're aware of all the repercussions. That's where I'm at life. I'm comparing fucking Starbucks food to heroin. As you can tell, I love my fucking food. A little too much, So yeah, I got a nice coffee and a grilled cheese. and I just drove around today. I've been listening to a lot of Matt and Shane's Secret podcast. Jesus Christ, those guys are so fucking funny. Even just the intro to their fucking podcast is so awesome and so funny. Those guys are great. I was listening to the Theo Von episode because I fucking love Theo Von, possibly more than anyone. And he's the sole reason I'm doing these solo episodes. But so I was listening to that podcast and just their other podcasts, and I was just cruising, man. I just was driving fucking everywhere. So I ate the grilled cheese in fucking record time. And I was dying for another one. But I don't know if this is just me, but do you guys ever go somewhere, and if you're a glutton like me, like, I go somewhere, get a food item, just fucking destroy it in like 5 minutes. And then since I'm a glutton, I'm like, fuck me, I want another one. But there's no way in fucking hell I'm going back to that same one just to order the same thing again. That is social suicide. Do you think I'm going to have some fucking little dickhead working in a coffee shop judging me like, dude, weren't you just here like fucking 5 minutes ago and you just ordered that? There's no way you ate that and are back already. Like, even they obviously wouldn't say anything, but they would definitely give me like a I have shades on. I don't know if you can tell, but like a raise of the eyebrow or a squint the eyes. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not trying to get judged by some Asian girl walking in the fucking Starbucks drive-thru while I'm hungover as balls. So I drove all the way to Redmond, which isn't even that. I say all the way. It wasn't that far at all. It was like 5-10 minutes. But just to fucking go to another Starbucks to get a fucking another sourdough grilled cheese. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it was fucking absolutely worth it. It was absolutely worth it. But then after the second one, I felt like the biggest sack of shit in the world. Yeah, when you crush two Starbucks sourdough grilled cheeses from different locations in a span of 17 minutes and a venti iced coffee, man, you're in a weird spot after that, especially when you're hungover and you're just aimlessly driving around on a Sunday afternoon with your whole day just opened up. It is I made the most of it because I was entertaining myself with fucking podcasts and music, but it was weird. It was weird, man. Something about me, this is probably blatantly obvious, and I'm just stating the obvious, like this, like the sky is blue, like the grass is green, but I feel like I'm absolutely, to some degree, like autistic, like, or have like Asperger's or something, or neurodivergent. One of those things. I have zero clue. It's just that I'm low enough on the spectrum where I'm able to get away with it. Yeah, fucking. I mean, obviously, like, you know, it's like I mean, yeah, like I said, it's a spectrum, and people, it's, you know, we've made a lot of progress in modern medicine and science to realize that it is a spectrum. There's so at the very so it's a pretty wide range spectrum too. That's what's crazy. Dead air. I needed my fucking Ishka. So yeah, the spectrum. So here at the top, you have like high performers, like winners. Like, dude, fucking nut jobs like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg might actually just be like a robot or a lizard. He's either a robot or a lizard, or he's like the most autistic cunt walking the earth. He's one of those three things. So obviously, like, high performance, like, winners and like creative people, but in particular, like those people who do like really, really dangerous shit, like the guys from Jackass, or people like Alex Honnold. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but he was in the part of that documentary Free Solo where he climbs mountains with no protective gear, and he doesn't feel any fear. Like, the whole camera crew is shitting themselves, and he's like, okay, like, I don't see why you guys are so worried. It's not that big of a deal. I'm a pretty good climber. It's no big deal. Then he'll climb like a fucking 50,000 foot high mountain with just a little bit of chalk and no protective gear and feel fucking nothing. Like, I get more anxiety aimlessly driving around on a Sunday after having a venti pumpkin spice iced coffee than this guy does climbing a 50,000 foot mountain with no protective gear. So yeah, people like that that kind of just don't feel fear, but they're at the top of the spectrum. Wait, would it be top or bottom? Okay, so let's say the top of the spectrum is like the least weird, most socially accepted, if you can say that. Then at the very bottom, I had to wrap that up. My arm is getting tired. Fuck. And then at the very bottom, you have like the kids that are like, quote unquote, weird. Like, they are cool and they're unique, but like, you can say that they're weird, or they're perceived by society to be weird, at least at first. Like, if you were to see them and not know them as a person. And then obviously those types of kids are like the kids where you walk into a McDonald's and they're in the corner like screaming out like monkey sounds and trying to solve a Rubik's Cube, and then switching between the Rubik's Cube and like playing on a Nintendo Switch every 5 minutes while the mom's like fucked off outside of the McDonald's like having a cigarette because it's the one place in public where she can leave the kid unattended and she can finally have a fucking break and just have a smoke and fucking so yeah, I don't know. Like those types of kids, like those are like the ones that are like the most clearly autistic. So like, just to reiterate, kind of conclude my point, fucking top of the spectrum, Alex Honnold, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. Kid making weird noises, such solving a Rubik's Cube in the very back corner of McDonald's. And then right in the middle is me. Possibly just me. Possibly. There has to be obviously there's other people just like me in that nice, comfortable middle ground area. But I don't know. I really don't know. How long have I been fucking doing this? I set a timer so I don't have to fucking get off my lazy ass and go look. 35 minutes. Holy shit. It's a decent amount of time. Jesus. I've been yapping about absolutely fucking nothing for 35 straight minutes. I always say like that I like to end these when I just finish the Black and Mild. But at this rate, I'm never gonna fucking finish this. This is ridiculous. The goal is to, like, honestly, I wonder if one day I grow an audience, the bookmakers will start putting over-unders for the amount of times I relight my fucking Black and Mild on a podcast. Alright guys, for Matty Doe's solo episode this Saturday, We set the betting, the money line for the over under at 50.5. Over 50.5 minus 2,000, under plus 400,000. Shout out to those who actually understood those odds. I used to be a gambler. Pretty big one. I kind of clued in after a solid year and a half that this is not a good habit to keep up. Because there's a lot of things you can be addicted to, like this, like tobacco, nicotine, alcohol, drugs, and then gambling. Obviously, there's other addictions, but those are the big dogs. Those are like the ones where, you know, like they affect the most people, and they're the most worrisome addictions to have. Gambling might be the most detrimental one. I mean, obviously, like, you know, they affect people in all different types of ways, and you can't really compare, like, human pain and suffering. Like, and there's no point in doing it. So obviously all addictions, like serious ones, affect people in different ways, but gambling might be one of the worst ones. And at least for me personally, gambling is the one addiction where I've seen it the most in different people. Obviously, I've known drug addicts and alcoholics, very few, but I've known not a solid amount, just like a little bit more. I've known more gamblers, like gambling addicts, than I've known drug alcoholic addicts. Yeah, gambling is fucking interesting. I made a parlay. Well, actually, was it 2 weeks ago now? Or was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. We had a Halloween party. And there was a big UFC card, UFC 308, if I remember correctly. Ilia Topuria, Max Holloway, Khamzat Whitaker. Fucking some great fights, man. But yeah, it was in Abu Dhabi, so I hauled my fucking bitch ass up to Tulalip, which is a casino 40 minutes north, at 11 a.m. Because, you know, they have a crazy sports book. It's like a movie theater size screen. And the fights are free too. I'm not going to pay $80 fucking dollars. Maybe, hopefully in the future I'll be in a fucking place where I can just spend that amount of money. But now, I can't. Even though I'll gladly just fuck it away to buy like 8 grilled cheese sandwiches and a venti pumpkin spiced iced coffee and 2 Black and Milds, which it totals to like not that much lower than an $80 fucking UFC pay-per-view. So another glaring representation of my autism is just extreme hypocrisy. I'm like a fucking It's Always Sunny or Seinfeld character. I refuse to spend money on like certain things, but then I'll spend just as much, if not more, on such fucking stupid, retarded things. No, I'm not gonna spend $1,000 to fucking go on a 2-week fucking like trip to Barcelona. Fuck that. But I will gladly spend $1,000 worth of Taco Bell, Black and Milds, Starbucks, and fucking Modelo's in a 2-week span. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a weird dude, man. I'm definitely a weird dude. Dude, why else do you think I'm filming this podcast by myself on a fucking Sunday night, smoking a Black and Mild, while the whole rest of my family's asleep? But yeah, that's why I film these fucking podcast episodes, because there's no real hope for me in like a normal job. Even like a minimum wage job. I mean, my job now is very fucking awesome. I really love my job right now. So I'm making a real genuine effort to like keep my job, not fuck it up. Get to work on time consistently, do the job properly, not get fired. But also in the meantime, like, try and work towards something else, like a bigger goal. Whether it's a social media platform, whether it's a business, just something. So eventually one day, I'm not forced to work a fucking, like, bullshit 9-to-5 minimum wage job, where even if it's nice, it's not really fulfilling, and will eventually kind of leave me feeling like depressed and inadequate. And even a corporate job, I mean, there's no... First of all, it would take my fucking autistic ass way too long to work my way up in the corporate world. Plus, I just wouldn't... That shit would not suit me. Even if I did manage to fucking bust my ass for a couple years to work my way up to getting some sort of degree, some sort of comfortable, like good paying salary corporate job, dude, I would be out of there in like 2 weeks. I would make some like extremely poor taste, like mildly racial joke near the water cooler after a couple weeks when I started to feel slightly comfortable next to the guy in the cubicle next to me. And then HR would be down there the next day like, hey, can we talk for a sec? Yeah, I'm like, sure, yeah, what's up? So Matthew, did you or did you not say that 9/11 was done by the Jews? And then I'd be like, yes, I did, but ironically. And they're like, yeah, you're out of here, bozo. You're out of here. Get your shit. Here's a box. Fuck your shit into that box. And be out of here by lunch. Or else we're going to have the security guard escort you out. More dead air. Sorry. My fucking, I'm just so tired. Like, as soon as I've been going for 44 minutes, probably going to wrap this up in the next 5-10, maybe 15. May as well try and get to an hour. But who knows? Oh, Jesus. I don't know if you guys heard that. That was a loud crack. Yeah, I blinked out because obviously I'm, like, tired, feeling like shit, groggy. Plus, I don't know, I'm kind of like after a good 5-minute rant, I kind of just look off into the distance and think, what the fuck am I even doing, bro? What the fuck am I even doing? So I've talked about how I love Theo Von's solo episodes. But what I love too, man, is like Theo's just such like a great, like lovable dude, and he gets so vulnerable about his life and everything and his feelings. And dude, the comment section is like, the comment section feels like a virtual 12-step program. I mean, because a large amount of people that watch his solo episodes are, recovering addicts, or people who kind of just have been through a lot of shit, a lot of trauma, kind of just feel lost, like depressed, don't know what to do with their life. And there's a lot of positivity. There's a lot of there's a lot of people just kind of sharing their like thoughts and feelings. And then obviously other people like providing like motivation, comfort. It just feels like Theo Von's like solo episode comment section just feels like such like a cool, like nice community. just feels like a safe place. And I really don't. I'm not much of a commenter, but I love reading the comments. I love reading the comments. So, and it's got to feel nice for him to like see all those comments and know that like he's really helping a lot of people out. So obviously that's like a huge goal, because a lot of my goal for solo episodes is to kind of just yap and rant about bullshit that I don't really have anyone else to kind of tell it to, and just like say shit that I think would be funny enough that the average person would just go tell on a stage into an open microphone, like doing stand-up. But I'm way too much of a pussy. I'll get into that in a sec, actually, because I talked about that very briefly in my last solo episode. But yeah, obviously that's going to take some time. Like, this is not going to be easy. This is going to take some fucking time to get to that place. And I do feel kind of a little anxious, nervous, weird, thinking about like what kind of people like right now would see and watch these videos. I don't know, because it's just so foreign. I mean, especially to the people around me. Like, they obviously know what podcasts are and they're familiar with them, but solo episodes I feel like are so foreign to a lot of people. It just seems so... I just feel like to most people, not most people, but a lot of people that I know, like the thought idea of like doing a solo episode where you're just talking into the microphone by yourself for a fucking whole hour or longer is just so like what are you doing? Like, people are like, yo, Matt is fucking losing it, bro. Matt is fucking losing it. We need to get that guy into fucking a psych eval fucking ASAP. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, obviously, some people are absolutely bound to think that, but, you know, maybe not. Who actually knows what will come of this? But as long as I'm having fun, that's all that really matters, because, I mean, to be consistent in something, you have to enjoy it. Unless you just have, like, unbelievable discipline and willpower. So yeah, you know, I'm just trying to enjoy the journey too. This is something that clearly, like, me and anyone aspiring to do anything like this in terms of social media, like, has to be in it for the long haul. Like, yes, there's the odd fuck that like blows up like overnight and has a meteoric rise like out of nowhere, but it's rare. Like, another thing, there are perks to having that happen, but there's also a lot of benefits into a slow, steady, consistent like rise. The Hawk Tuah girl is the most relevant and perfect answer right now. I mean, I'm gonna harp on about that for a couple minutes. I'm not gonna fucking shit all over her podcast, but I'm not gonna praise it either. That is so fucking wild to think about. Like, yeah, I love them. Like, I mean, I didn't love the meme as much as some of the people did that really blew it up, that got her to the level she's at. But it was obviously a funny meme. It was a funny thing to say. And she probably is like a naturally like funny person. That's just so wild. I mean, everyone's familiar with like street interviews. I mean, I guarantee a few people watching this right now can think of at least 3 people or I've seen at least a good few videos in the past week or month of street interviews, particularly guys out on like roads with a bunch of bars and nightlife going on, talking to drunk girls, mainly about sexual shit. Cause that's what the guy asked the Hawk Tuah girl. It's like, what's a move you do? What's a move you do that makes a guy go crazy in bed? Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah spit on that thing. And then, dude, overnight, just meteoric fucking rise. And then obviously, like, obviously she got a lot of hate backlash for starting her podcast, but can you really blame her, bro? Can you really blame her? I mean, I don't know the girl at all, and I haven't listened to any of her fucking interviews, so I don't know if she had any sort of desire to like be an influencer or just be involved in some form of entertainment, or she was just a run-of-the-mill country girl that wanted to maintain just like a normal like private life. But it's just that like if you get like a taste of that, not even just a taste, like she had it, like the whole world was talking about her, and I don't blame her at all. She probably had a couple like talent agencies, like managers, reach out to her and was like pitch to her like, you're on top of the fucking world right now, like you need to capitalize on this, because if you do, you can create a very, very lucrative, at least temporarily lucrative platform, and like your own business, and it could change your whole fucking life. So obviously there's clearly a corporate push, but how could you not like pounce on that? like how could you not pounce on that? I don't blame her for it at all, and I don't blame her for it at all. And I would do the exact same. And think of what that would be like psychologically, to go from being like respectfully like a nobody to not only someone with like an online presence, but like at the fucking like directly in the limelight. Fucking but the obviously that's what a lot of people think they would want, but there is a lot of cons. Like, she gets a lot of hate. Like, a lot of comments are like, your 15 minutes are up, it's not funny anymore. It stopped being funny a long time ago, sweetheart. I've seen a million different versions of those comments on like posts about her. And then to be thrust into that limelight like out of nowhere when you're just a regular normal person must be very, very overwhelming. Obviously she has like a lot of support. Like, I've seen that she is doing the podcast like with her friend that was in the video, which is nice. You know, it'd be tough to kind of just go into it completely by yourself, but it's cool that her friend is there. It's cool that her friend is there to kind of ride this wave with her and, you know, provide some sort of sense of comfort, familiarity in this bizarre scenario. But, you know, fair play to her. She's doing what any of us would do. And obviously, like, people are going to hate on it. And, like, I don't even blame people for hating on it. I mean, some people are, not even some, a lot of people are being really fucking mean, like, unjustifiably. But I still understand where they're coming from. But, like, think about her shoes, like, what you would do, what it would be like for you. I don't know. That's just my my thoughts, my 2 cents on that whole scenario. 56 minutes. I'll yap for another 5 minutes or so whenever I finish this. Then I'm gonna fuck off straight to bed. I have 20 more minutes of a Better Call Saul episode I was gonna watch, but I'll just watch it tomorrow at work. Fucking, I need to get to bed. Because I have to get up at 9:15. So I'm gonna try to get 8-9 hours of sleep. I need to, at the bare minimum, try to get 8 hours of sleep tonight if I don't want to be absolutely fucking dead at work tomorrow. Because a lot of times I do have to drive. I do have to drive a lot. Sometimes all day. Yeah, a lot of times I have troubles with sleep that are not my fault at all. I'll go do everything right and I still just will not be able to sleep for some reason. But a large majority of it is dude, it's my own fault. I just fucking I'll tug the water hose for way too long. I'll start watching Netflix, playing games, just go down a deep, dark rabbit hole of TikTok or YouTube Reels or Shorts. Or just a string of YouTube fucking essays. But no, I gotta get a full night's sleep tonight. So yeah, so even though I fucking have a job where at times at my job I need, I'm fucking driving. Bro, if the driver falls asleep and crashes, everyone just dies. So fucking, God, there have been times at work where I'm driving 2 engineers in the back of the van. And, dude, I remember this one day in particular. I think it was a month ago now at work where I was driving for 2-3 hours straight. I had to do this one fucking route that takes 15 minutes to do. Do the route, sit for a minute, then do it again. Do the route, sit for a minute, do it again. And just do that for 2-3 hours. There was one day in particular that was so fucking bad. I was so fucking tired. I was even drinking an energy drink too during this, but that didn't help for shit. I was just dead tired, on the brink of blacking out. Fucking, so I for that entire 2-3 hour span, I was on the brink of death, about to fall asleep the entire fucking time. Not even a 5-minute stretch of full consciousness, being alert. Just every 5 seconds. It was so bad that I had to pinch myself, pinch my leg repeatedly, really, really fucking hard. To the point where it was actually painful. Where I almost audibly ow, ow. Just to try and keep myself awake. Dude, I was so I'd be behind a car, and then I literally in my head was okay, I have a 5-10 second window between driving behind this car to where I need to brake. So that gives me an 8-9 second window to close my eyes and reset. And then by the fucking grace and luck of God, I managed to wake up and hit the brakes just in time. The drivers in the back were probably concerned for their fucking life. They were probably sending messages to their families hey, have a lot of work here that I need to do and can't leave. But the driver is so clearly gonna get us killed. It's inevitable at this point. So tell the kids I love them and remember me for being a nice, decent person. Fucking, it was so bad. It was so fucking bad. But yeah, I've been trying not to do that anymore. Because obviously, I would clearly just get fired immediately, which would be fucking awful. And I would put my own life in danger, other people's lives in danger, and I'd fucking just wreck the company van. Who fucking knows what would happen there? Would I clearly be held liable, but would I have to pay for it? I have no idea. See, I've been trying hard to, get a proper good night's sleep before work. Not only so I can actually drive properly, but I can actually, like, be productive when I do have free time. And not just go find a random fucking field to take a nap in. So, yeah, probably got a couple more minutes, 5 more minutes till I finish this, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. I think I just hit the hour mark. My phone fucking fell asleep, so 1 hour and 1 minute and 52 seconds. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention my fucking cat threw up on the fucking couch, and I had to spend a good 10-15 minutes cleaning it up on the couch and the carpet. I nearly fucking stepped in that shit. It wasn't even necessarily throw up. It was just the fucking shit cat food that we force it to eat just regurgitated onto the carpet and the couch. I mean, I was pissed off and I was annoyed, but at the same time, I kind of don't blame the cat because I've actually done a decent job today, but in past episodes, because this is like the couch that I filmed pretty much all the podcasts on. In previous not even previous, besides this episode, every single fucking one, I would just be ashing all over the couch, so it would just be fucking, it wasn't crazy bad, but it was getting bad. I cleaned it. But the cat probably saw it and was like, bro, the owner doesn't give a fuck about this couch. Like, look at the state of it. Like, who cares if I throw up all over this couch? The cat probably for a split second thought, like, oh, fuck, I gotta go puke somewhere a little discreet into the corner where it wouldn't, like, fuck up my owners. But then again, like, this couch that I'm sitting on is a sack of shit. So I'm gonna just let it ride. Bro, have you ever seen cats, like, throw up? Not actually throw up, but what they do when they're about to throw up. It literally looks like they're having a fucking seizure. Because humans, they're obviously like... And then cats do that. Like, it's similar to that, but it's like... It's like, what the fuck? It looks like it's doing some sort of weird, like... It sort of looks like a fucking coked out dude at the club, just like bouncing his fucking head to the music, like sort of looks like that. And then you're like, what the fuck is my cat even doing? And then they throw up and you're like, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense. Now I gotta clean this shit up. I like having a cat. I actually really do like having a cat. So, like, yeah, it's just a family cat. And, like, since I've moved back into the house, it's always been here. It's, like, the first pet that I've ever really had, like, been living with. And, growing up, I never preferred cats or dogs. And I never hated any of them. I liked them both, like, equally. And, I still can't say exactly because it's not like I've had a dog that I've lived with consistently and had to take care of, like, be around, but I really feel like I prefer cats over dogs. They're just so much fucking easier, like, for, considering my lifestyle, that I can barely take care of myself, like, having a cat is, like, such a fucking low maintenance, like, easy fucking animal to deal with. Like, they're a bit weird, though. They're always, like, a cat is just like a girl in its period. At least my fucking cat is just obsessed with my sister. And vice versa. My sister's obsessed with the cat. And then, the cat likes me, but it feels a type of way about me. Like, sometimes I'll see the cat, like, I'll walk by the cat, and at times I do, like, jokingly, like try and scare it and chase it, but a lot of the times the cat will look at me like I'm the fucking, like I'm Lucifer reincarnated on Earth. Fucking, it will just look at me like I'm an apex predator, like looking for food. And it will just fucking dart away. And sometimes it will just be like, one thing I'll do is okay, you know when cats come up to you and like cuddle and rub against your leg, and then they'll lay down by you, which clearly means they want a pet. They want you to pet the cat. They want you to pet it. So it will do that, and then it's like down on the floor. So I'm not just gonna fucking awkwardly just like bend over and like pet it. So I'll get on the ground and lay down next to the cat, and then when I do that, it will get up and move. Not even like across the room or to a different room. It will move like a couple inches away where I'm it's just barely out of arm's reach. So then fucking then I'll have to keep getting up and like readjusting and fucking and fucking every time I do that, it will just move another couple inches away. It will like be very strategic. It will move away like tactically to where I'm like a half a millimeter out of reach from touching it. It's almost like a funny little game that he likes to do to fuck with me. It's actually kind of funny, but it's kind of pissed me off. And it's funny that it pisses me off. It's funny, man. Cats are interesting. I love cats. Cats are great. Dogs are nice too. I mean, one thing that is nice about cats is I like how they meow instead of bark. Like, they don't freak out and spaz out and just bark like fucking mad when new people come. And at times it doesn't really happen anymore, but at times during the night the cat will like start meowing like fuck. And imagine having a dog and a meow is quiet enough where like it doesn't disturb your sleep, like alarm you. But like imagine having a dog that during the night will just start barking like fucking mad. That would be such a fucking pain in the ass to deal with. Oh my god. And yeah, dogs are like, you know, they require a lot more training. Like, you know, like teaching it how to fucking, like, okay, this is where you shit. This is what you eat. This is when you eat. Go here. Don't go there. Fucking do this. Don't do that. Cats are like one of those animals that just have a natural understanding of what to do and what not to do. And they're so like, cats are just bums. Cats are just like cute animal forms of like bums. They just fucking they just eat food, like lay around, like. Here's the daily life routine cycle of a cat. Wake up, stare out the window for 4 hours, walk around, eat food, throw it up, go stare out the window for another 3 hours, seek attention from humans, go lay down for another 18 hours, eat, throw it up, fucking try to sleep, but then meow like fuck at night, sleep, then wake up, and then just the same cycle over again. At least with our fucking cat. Our cat's solid. Our cat's name is Murphy, which is actually such a funny ass name for some reason. Sometimes it's funny when a cat has just like a fucking regular ass human name. I mean, it's obviously there's no standard for what you name your animal. You can name it anything. You can name your cat Pineapple, Adolf, Fridge, Telekinesis, or Table. Like, you genuinely, if you wanted to, you could name your cat or animal any one of those names. And my buddy Jacob that called earlier, he used to have a cat when he was living with his girlfriend. The cat's name was Fade. Dude, that is such a fucking awesome name. Imagine having a cat or even just a dog or some sort of animal named Fade. That's such a fucking badass name. I don't know. But yeah, it's just... So obviously that's what I prefer, to give it like a really cool, like unique, like animal name. But then again, it is really fucking funny when a cat has just like a regular ass name. Like Marvin. Or Johnny. Or fucking like Abraham. Theodore. Clarence. Imagine having a cat named Clarence. That would be fucking awesome. We are actually thinking... So, that's another thing. You know, I'm going to wrap up here soon. Got to fucking relight it. Hopefully for the last fucking time. I just keep yapping on and on, so it keeps going out. What's it at now? Like an hour and 10? Hour 12. It's a decent length podcast. Can't believe I actually made it this far. It's actually been okay too. It's obviously shit, but it's actually okay for how shit that it could have been. But yeah, that's another thing. So we're actually selling this house. When we moved here from Ireland, this was like this is the third house we lived in, because we moved around a little bit for a year or two. So this is like the third house we got, and we've just lived here for 25 years. A quarter of a century we've lived in this house. Quarter of a century? Holy fucking nuts. Holy nutsack. It's crazy to think about it like that. But yeah, we've had this house for 25 years. A lot of memories. Grew up my whole life in this house. And we're selling it. My parents are selling it in the new year, in the next 3-4 months. And I'm actually getting a place over in Redmond, which is like 10 minutes away, with my sister and brother-in-law. And we move in 3 days. So obviously the house will still be here and will still come, but we won't be living here anymore. So this is the last solo episode. The second ever and last ever solo episode I'll have in this house, which is kind of crazy to think about. I think this will be the second to last episode, like last solo episode, but I think I'm gonna do one more episode. I think I'm gonna try and do it with my sister and brother-in-law, which is all us three in this couch, just to get one last good memory of this house, at least on film. So that'll be nice. Holy shit, properly ashed on myself for the first time. I'm making progress. Yeah, it would be crazy to sell this house, man. We've lived here for so fucking long. Man, there's a lot of memories here. There's actually like, you can't see it, but there's like a stain on the fucking concrete here. And it's literally just a pool of blood from when I was 7 years old and crashed my bike at the bottom of the hill and split my entire head open. I'm not going to show you now, but on another future episode, I'll show the scar. But on my forehead, when I was 7 years old, split it open. Got 120 stitches on my forehead when I was 7 years old. When you get an injury that bad, especially on your head, like once it's stitched up back together, for a good while before it really heals and settles in and you look normal again, you look fucking deformed. Dude, I looked like a baby Sloth. I looked like Sloth. You know Sloth from the Goonies? You know how like Chunk like befriended him and like after like took in Sloth to like live with him? I look like if Chunk's mom fucked Sloth and had a kid. Like that's genuinely how I looked for a good month after the accident when I was stitched up. It was fucking wild. And then I showed up to fucking class in 7th grade. So a bunch of not 7th grade, 2nd grade. I was 7 years old. So I showed up looking like a deformed fucking monkey specimen. And a bunch of 7-year-olds were just looking at me like, what in the actual fuck? The teacher says that's Matt, but it's clearly not. It's clearly some sort of sloth monkey hybrid. Yeah. I've had a fair few injuries. That was probably the worst one by far. I mean, 120 stitches on your forehead when you're 7 years old is like no joke. I thought I was going to die. I really did think I was going to die. But I didn't. I lived to tell the tale. And you'd think that after I started wearing a helmet when I'd bike, but I did not because, like we concluded on the first half of this podcast, I have Asperger's and autism. So rules and I cease to coexist. What the fuck am I talking about? I don't know, and I don't know if I ever will know. This podcast is literally just going to become a case study for fucking psychiatrists. When you fucking for like students performing a career in psychology and like they're like fucking module 1 is just going to be watching my solo episodes in whole. Which fucking good luck to any poor bastard that would have to do that. Yo, do you got much homework tonight? Yeah, I have to watch episode 6 of The Doe Show. And I've barely made it through the first 5 and managed to keep my sanity. But my sanity, I'm on the brink of losing it. And I think I'm about to after this 6th episode. Sometimes I wonder if not even just this part of the podcast, but any part of these podcasts will see the light. Like will another human like watch this or listen to this, or am I just like throwing out content into the void that not another soul will consume? Which is kind of weird to even think about, but I don't know. Maybe one day people like. Maybe one day people will come back and watch this. Maybe not. I have no idea. You know, I'm gonna give this I'm gonna give this podcast thing, this YouTube thing, content thing, like a real shot. 'Cause it's always been my dream. I mean, my dream was to be a soccer player, but that dream has been dead for a while. And then another dream, like besides that, was just to be in entertainment. No particular form of entertainment, but just some sort of entertainment. I mean, specifically like a stand-up comedian or an influencer. I could never be like on like SNL or have like a late night show. Or I think if I were to make an entertainment in the corporate world of media and entertainment, my only hope would be to be the fat guy sitting on the odd end of the couch. So like there would be like some A-list celebrity just there to promote their next movie, and then and then on a desk over there, like Conan or Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel. And then I'm just the fat guy wearing a suit that doesn't fit, that every now and then says something really weird and out of pocket that makes the crowd laugh out of like out of genuine like confusion. That would be my only hope. Yeah, this is done. This is done. So I guess that means I'm done. But how long have I been going now? It's 12:21. Hour and 21 minutes. That's pretty much a full podcast right there. Can't believe I managed to scrape out a podcast. But yeah, just to conclude my thoughts. That's always been, besides being a soccer player, my dream is always to be in entertainment. Like, that's always been my dream. And I used to make fucking, like, bullshit TikToks, YouTube videos, but that didn't last very long. I'm actually filmed for a decently long time on my old YouTube channel, but didn't really make any progress or any growth, or didn't really go anywhere. Gave it up. Didn't really post or even try to do anything entertainment or social media wise for a long time. But then obviously, like, my brother-in-law started his podcast, so he bought all the equipment, his microphone, his camera, his lights, his recorder. Shout out to him for doing that. So yeah, when he started I'd always wanted to start a podcast, but my thoughts, my motivation was to, like, just create, like, regular content in some sort of form and, like, build my name, build my character, and become someone, and then start a podcast. Because my thoughts were always, like, yes, you can just start a podcast from scratch and build it to something, build it, but it's just hard. It's just hard when, like, to watch a podcast, especially fucking when it's literally just me. It's not like I'm having, like, guests on, or very many guests, or a wide variety of guests. But that was just always my kind of thoughts and feelings of it. I always wanted to eventually start a podcast because, if you've watched this whole episode, clearly you can tell I have a lot of shit to say. A lot of incoherent, strange ramblings, but it is shit that I have to say. See, I clearly like to fucking yap and yap. So having a podcast was always, like, a dream of mine. But yeah, I just always wanted to, like, build my character and build, like, an online presence before I actually started one. But then obviously my brother-in-law started one just from scratch too. He has, like, no presence on social media. So he's starting from scratch too. And, when he bought all the equipment, and then all this equipment was just sort of lingering around in my garage, I thought, I gotta start my own. And he's had his going for, like, 6 months. Mine, I've had going for, like, a couple weeks now. So he has, like, a decent head start on me. But I eventually, like, started it. And here we are now. Episode 5 wrapped up. So yeah, I could keep going on, but I gotta keep this short because I do gotta go to bed. But I need to conclude my thoughts at some point. But basically, I'm gonna give this social media thing a real try, like a genuine, real effort, for at least a couple of years. And I'm not only gonna try to work, like, really hard and be consistent, but I need to try and actually, like, be smart too. Like, I need to, like, follow trends and, like, follow, like, patterns from, like, other successful people that I like, but also, like, put my own twist on it, give it my own personality, my own style, and kind of think outside the box too. Because, yes, a lot of people can, like, purely just follow, like, trends that other people are doing and, like, and grow. But I think if you really want to grow and stand out, you have to do that, but also put your own kind of twist on it. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to give this thing a real, genuine effort. Really kind of try to dedicate my blood, sweat, and tears into this. And I fucking, who really knows, and I do feel confident that I can, but hopefully one day, man, this thing can actually, can become something big, and I can actually make something of my life. Hopefully. I mean, we'll see. I'm going to wrap it up there. Otherwise, I could keep going on and on, which is kind of unbelievable because I can't even believe I've managed to talk for this long about absolute fucking nonsense. But yeah, I'm going to give this thing a real effort. Going to try to have like a consistent balance of like 2-3 pods a week, like for as like long as I possibly can. Solo episodes, like guests, other types of content too, stand-up, regular YouTube videos, vlogs, mukbangs, food reviews, fucking whatever trends I can follow, whatever bullshit I decide to post that I think can be entertaining, grab people's attention. But, yeah, I mean, there's no guarantee. A lot of people really try to do this and crash and burn, even after giving it like a real genuine effort. But yeah, who knows what the future will hold, man? Who knows? I'm going to do everything I can in my power to give it everything I got, make something of it. But, who knows? Who knows what the future has in store for me? But I'm going to end it there. I really need to get to bed. So yeah, that concludes episode 5 of The Doe Show. Thanks for watching. There's no way anyone has actually watched this in full. If a single soul out there has watched this entire podcast in whole, I commend you. And I also advise you to do something with your life, because if you had anything better to do, you wouldn't have watched this episode. So, yeah. Enough said. Peace.